Hey! Are you tired of wizards being considered the smartest class when they couldn't pass basic calculus? Have you ever dreamed of becoming the intersection between the Sorcerer's Apprentice and Bill Nye the Science Guy? Well, congratulations! You might be a battlesmith. But what is a battlesmith? Well, break out the protractor and start working on that long division because I'm about to take y'all to school. Battlesmiths are the tinkering subclass in D&D. Basically think if MacGyver got shot through a wormhole and ended up in Middle-earth. But that's no fun, right? I mean, why be some guy when you could gain access to the untold wonders of the cosmos or make a deal with the devil? Well,
wrong, 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 wrong. Wrong, 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 wrong.
You see, as a battlesmith, you've discovered there's no need to waste time with tomes, incantations, or silly hats when the universe has bestowed you with math. In fact, you're so good at it, you're able to tap into the building blocks of the world around you, granting you some magic to boot. I call that a certified math-a-magician.
Man.
Now, prepare to marvel at the mysteries of the universe as I make this remainder disappear.
But you start out as an artificer with spellcasting and magical tinkering. As an artificer, you kind of work like a wizard paladin, allowing you to prepare spells at the start of each day from the artificer list, but don't tell the wizard we didn't have to sit up all night studying. We just have our shit memorized. Magical tinkering is super cool, but a bit complicated. Read it for yourself to get the full breakdown, but essentially you can whip out a little handheld device to make a flashlight, a 6-second tape recording, a tiny hologram, or a stinky fart box. Do you know how many fart boxes I would have put in my sister's room as a kid if I could have done it at will? Many fart boxes. At second level, we get infused items. Now, one thing I forgot to mention about artificers, while you can cast spells, you must cast them through a set of tools. Flavor-wise, this is super fun and lets you use a wrench as a wand that really hurts if you smash it over somebody's head. But you can also use an item you've infused with your cool math games magic. Right now we can infuse 4 items from a pretty huge list that allow you to make anything from a returning weapon to a cell phone. Pick the infusions that best suit your party, so you can give the ranger a self-repeating crossbow with endless ammo, or the barbarian a +1 battle axe, or hey, treat yourself to a bag of holding to hoard the mountain of cool shit you're about to collect.
Behold, my stuff.
Third level is here, and would you look at that, we're a true blue battlesmith. You immediately gain proficiency with smith's tools, cause, well, duh, and gain the ability right tool for the job. This allows you to spend an hour of your time making a set of tools for your next project. Now if you break your thieves' tools on a particularly stubborn door,
Fuck. Kidding me?
you can huff about it while crafting a carpenter set to just tear it down instead. Some people say it's magic, but you know you're just calculating the iron density in a pile of rocks to configure the perfect bandsaw. Whoa, what's that sound? Oh baby, that's right, because we just became a for real steel battlesmith with our very own steel defender. This bad boy is exactly as cool as you think it is, giving you a robotic companion that can smash in the bad guy's face. Not only is it a medium creature that acts on your initiative, if you chose a small race like a gnome or a goblin, you could ride this thing into battle like your very own Zord. As with everything with the Battlesmith, the Steel Defender gives you tons of flavor potential to pimp it out however you want. From the coolness of Megatron, to the cuteness of Wall-E, to the haunting, lifeless stare of Roly-Poly-Oly. This thing comes jam-packed with endless combo potential, especially as we level up. But you can't teach a robot to fight without learning how to fight yourself. So we also get battle ready, giving us proficiency with martial weapons and allowing us to use our intelligence modifier for attacks and damage rolls. Cause as everyone knows, hitting someone using big muscles is just too complicated. We'd rather calculate the trajectory of an axe strike multiplied by our gravitational momentum, accounting for wind speeds and resistance while simultaneously adjusting your weight distribution to maximize destructive output. It's that simple. Finally, the cherry on top of the ice cream robot concoction is Battlesmith spells. Like most subclass spells, these are always prepared to do not count against your total, but also lean into what the class is meant to do. As a support fighter meant to be in the mix, you gain heroism and shield, both of which give you the flexibility to tank damage and respond in kind, which you can now do twice at 5th level with extra attack. You also get 2 new Battlesmith spells, Branding Smite and Warding Bond. Branding Smite is a bonus action spell that lets you use a warhammer you've been doubling as a smith tool to leave a 2d6 radiant imprint right on the bad guy's face and prevent them from becoming invisible for a minute. Or cast Warding Bond on your steel defender to give it resistance to all damage and a +1 to AC and saves, as long as you don't mind taking the same damage it takes. Both of these spells play into the subclass so well, and I love the idea of your Artificer heating up a poker to light their hammer on fire, while they send in their robotic chicken to do the fighting for them. I don't know why, but I keep finding images of steel defenders being roosters. Would that make them a chicken? Things really started to pick up after that, with tool expertise at level 6, giving you expertise in all your tool proficiencies, 2 more item infusions, and Flash of Genius at level 7 to add your intelligence modifier to an attack or saving throw with any creature you can see within 30 feet. Remember that old myth about having to pee during a test would actually make you do better on it? And then that accidentally made children ruin classroom seats for years? Well, now you can give that feeling to you and your allies a number of times a day equal to your intelligence modifier. Sometimes all you need is a shock to the system to get you moving again. And now you can at 9th level with Arcane Jolt. This allows you to channel that math magic into 2d6 healing anytime you hit a creature with a magic weapon or your steel defender for you or an ally within 30 feet. However, you can also use that same magic to blast your opponent in the face and make them take that damage instead, turning your long-range defibrillator into a nasty taser. You also get 2 new Battlesmith spells like Aura of Vitality, which lets you use your bonus action to heal an ally within 30 feet, 2d6 every round for a minute, or while out of combat for 20d6 you can share around. But we're here for Conjure Barrage, baby. Now you can turn your longbow or a frickin' hand axe into a 60-foot shotgun, forcing a dex save on everyone in the cone for 3d8 damage on a fail. Because why would you throw one axe when you could throw 100 tiny axes at once? At 10th level we get 2 more item infusions, which is useful because we also get Magic Item Adept. This allows us to craft a common or uncommon item for a quarter of the time and half the gold, but you can also attune up to 4 magic items at once, which is going to come in handy considering you just picked up Winged Boots allowing you to fly, or Pipes of the Sewers for a little rat magic. 11th level is where you really start to pop off with spell storing items. This allows you to imbue a weapon or item with the ability to cast a 1st or 2nd level Artificer spell from it a number of times equal to twice your intelligence modifier. You can go for the obvious like a whip of snaring or a bow of catapult, but you can also go completely silly like a sword that cures wounds or blowgun of grease to really keep the baddies guessing. 13th level is here and we get 2 more Battlesmith spells starting with Aura of Purity. But considering we spend most of our time creating nifty gadgets using applied mathematics, the purity part was a given. Your aura, however, keeps those within 30 feet from becoming diseased and gain advantage on saves against blinding, charming, deafening, paralyzing, poisoning, or stunning conditions. We also get Fire Shield, which in my opinion is the much better spell, but weirdly gives you either a shield of fire or a shield from fire, making you resistant to either cold or fire damage and then deal 2d6 fire or cold damage respectively to any melee attacker within 5 feet. Finally, we get to 14th level and become a magic item savant. Now able to attune up to 5 magic items at once and boosting our known infusions to 8, you can make some truly crazy things, like the Belt of Giant Strength, Cloak of the Bad, or an Arcane Propulsion Arm for a literal rocket hand you can shoot at your enemies. Finally, at level 15, our Steel Defender gets a much needed upgrade. Your robot buddy gets an immediate +2 to AC, and its deflect attack ability now adds force damage, but you also get a nice little buff to your Arcane Jolt, which increases to 4d6. 17th level gets us 2 new spells. Mass Cure Wounds is like Cure Wounds, but massive. And Banishing Smite lets you smack people through dimensions, but at 18th level we become a magic item master. Here you gain access to 12 known infusions and you can attune up to 6 magic items at once, meaning you could hog 6 infusions to yourself and still have enough to spread around the entire party. At this point, if your Battlesmith hasn't opened a magic item shop as a side hustle, what are you even doing with your life? Finally, our capstone is Soul of Artifice. At 20th level you get to look at all your bling and get a +1 bonus to all saving throws for each item you are attuned to, which is honestly insane to give a +6 to all saves right at the end, but you spent this much time making cool stuff, why would you want it to go to waste? That being said, you can't make more cool stuff if you're dead, so if you get reduced to 0 hit points, you can break one of your infusions, dropping to 1 hit point instead. 6 chances to stay up is a lot, but I would still be sad to see my underwear of magic mouth go to waste. Lore-wise, Artificers are one of my favorite classes in D&D. I don't think anyone believes that they are exceedingly powerful, but I love the idea of someone getting so good at differential equations it becomes a magic power. And to its credit, the Battlesmith is one of the artificiest artificers there are. The ability to use your intelligence modifiers for attack and damage goes a long way in this subclass, letting you avoid spending ability score improvements in places you don't need it. But your job is mainly support, and that's okay because that's what you excel at, with your Steel Defender being beefy enough to tank some good damage damage and your wide range of infusions, you serve as a crafty backup, helping your team when they need it and getting them the items they need to win. And don't forget, you can craft magic items as well using tools and time, so really there's an infinite combinations of stuff you can make for your party. The DMG has a complete set of rules on how to craft during downtime, so there's nothing stopping you from making a ring of haste for the barbarian, or a glove of Bigby's hand, or something this editor desperately needs, a pillow of catnap. So if you've ever done an equation so good it lets you alter the fabric of reality, you were able to give sentience to a machine well before the invention of toilet paper, and are so good at crafting silly magical gadgets they would give their lives to save you, guess what? You might be a battlesmith. Hey folks, it's Jesse. Just saying thanks once again for watching, and if you liked what you saw, you can subscribe down below for more videos just like this. Looks like we're headed for the final few subclasses in this first round of contenders, so make sure to vote in the polls to tell me what you want to see next. And as always, have a good one, and I'll see you in the next video.